At the ripe old age of 25, I'm retiring. Timmy with intro. In the words of Conor McGregor, thanks for the cheese. I've decided to retire young. Now, this really comes from a place of we have done, we're kind of set for the rest of our lives financially, and the way that our businesses are set up they're going to keep growing. And that's a very exciting, fun thing. We're taken care of. We don't live very frugally. It's we don't spend a lot of money on stuff. But now, I'm 25 years old, so obviously that's pretty cool. And it's also because the way that especially Yana has set up her businesses. There's it's just going to keep growing and keep growing, and there's disproportionate amount of money coming in relative to time. So, what am I going to do in my retirement? What are we going to do? What are Yana and I going to do in our retirement, basically? So, now, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, because this was actually probably a year ago or so in the making. We kind of had things to that point, but now we have all the business side of things set up, and we were basically able to retire. And like I've said, it's a question that I ask a lot of people. What would you do for the rest of your life if money wasn't an issue? Because then it's like the idea of, if you love your work, you'll never work a day in your life. So I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing here, helping other people do the same kind of thing in the fields that they're passionate about as well, which I just genuinely enjoy. So it's kind of a funny thing, because I asked that question. I didn't think I'd be here necessarily at 25, but being able to be in a position where now it's okay, how big can we grow? Let's grow even bigger and bigger and bigger, so that we can retire all of the people we love and care about as well. So our parents, our church family, just anyone, and help other people do the same kind of thing, because it's pretty cool. It's pretty fun. And so now I'm kind of just sussing out doing things from that place of thriving, of don't have to do anything, but in spite of that, I still wake up every day and I'm like, shit, let's do it. Let's make more. Let's put more videos out there. Let's help even more people. And now it's just fun. It's just fun. Set goals. There's not that. We've been through the ups and downs, being homeless twice, being over 100K in what you could consider debt, having our bank account hit those negatives on a regular basis. We've been through all of that, and just trusting God, having absolute faith. And now it's we built the foundation of our lives on God, at that rock bottom, so to speak. So the lower you go, the deeper you can put that foundation. And so we've done that at every single turn, every single step of the way. And there's just an abundance of everything now. And it just keeps building and building, and it's so exciting. Of course, with any retirement, that everything could just disappear like that. But, only if God ordains for that to be so. So, a lot of so's. So we're very excited to do what we love to do. We'll be traveling in that, but we just genuinely love the work that we do, Yana and I. So I'm just going to go even harder with it, more content, helping more people, because I feel like we really come alive, and it feels like we're just scratching the surface. Obviously, we've been doing it for just coming up on 2 years now. I've been doing online business, and specifically online fitness coaching, online coaching, personal training, and then business coaching is still not too fresh, but kind of fresh. And it's just exciting to be wow, we're pretty good at this, and we're very blessed. So now it's who are you when there's no financial pressure, when you can make the 100K in 3 days, and then even more. We've tripled business in the last 10 days, or since the start of February. Tripled that compared to January. So business is just growing and growing and growing, because it's all coming from this place and doing things this way. And our assets keep increasing, all that, which is very very blessed. I feel very grateful, because this is beyond, I feel, what I could have asked for my life. So now it's time to just do the things that I've always wanted to do. I want to change the fitness industry in particular from a business standpoint, as well as a coaching standpoint. But for me specifically, the in that I see that the gap that I feel is like the business side of things, because a lot of people don't have basic business skills. You know, you've got the standard like cost of living going up and everything happening that way. More and more people wanting financial freedom, and there are more and more like scam courses and like all of that kind of stuff out there. So I want to really break through that, and like one of the ways I want to do that specifically for personal trainers, specifically for online trainers and personal trainers, online coaches and personal trainers, is like I'm going to be making my own certification, because I feel like I talk to guys towards the end of their certification, and like I'm open to coaching people around then, but I'm like, I could get in from day one. As soon as people are interested, and I feel like we're pretty good at marketing, we're going to keep learning, but building that certification is something I've been really passionate about for a while. I've had my eyes on. So now I'm just learning more and more and more of that. And that's going to contribute to the 100 people at least 100 coaches that I help this year. And in the years to come, it's just like the more people that we can help at a higher standard, the better. And being able to do that from a place of like, yeah, technically I'm retired, but I'd be pretty bored if I did nothing with all my time. So I'm just going to do what I'm passionate about, which is what we've been doing anyway. But it's like now we don't even have to maintain or upkeep other businesses necessarily that we don't like just for the sake of staying retired. It's like this is coming from businesses that we are very passionate about, and from the fact that 𝘠𝘢𝘴 and I are a really solid team, and we're starting to build a little team around us as well to really help with these things, which is pretty cool. Like to be able to do all of this ourselves. I feel like this is the product of something that I talk about a lot, which is you need team members with different strengths. With 𝘠𝘢𝘴 and I, my strength is more the day-to-day. Keeping an eye on the ground so that 𝘠𝘢𝘴 doesn't even have to worry about where she's stepping next. Like I have that covered, and she can just keep her eye on the horizon. So she's like, where are we going? What are we setting up? And that's her strength. She's always been had a very high financial acumen and an affinity, or like she's always taken a liking to the financial side of things and thinking about it. Oh, what's this? How can we leverage our assets? How can we improve and do these things? And I've always been a bit more of like, okay, how can I keep things as good as possible right now? And we've been through the periods of time where it was like, we had a chat like maybe 2 years ago actually, where she was like, we decided that she would do that and I would maintain the current situation. There were plenty of times where she could have just like bailed, gotten a job and helped us maintain the current situation a little bit better. But we always said, no, that's what I'm doing. I'm providing for us with the online coaching, with the personal training, all of that side of things, with my businesses, as well as real estate has kind of grown passively as well. We haven't even focused too hard on that, which is one of the exciting little things that's coming up as well. But the point is, by me doing that allowed, and me playing into that, because that's my strength as well, that allowed 𝘠𝘢𝘴 to just basically be like, you're getting us out of this situation, which is a lot of pressure on her as well. Like, I just have to maintain where we are. But 𝘠𝘢𝘴 was like, let's take it out of here. Let's retire early or like whenever we want, but also build our lives on businesses that we love so much that it just feels like we're pretty much retired every day anyway. And you just wake up and you're like, I'm so pumped to work, to do this stuff, to dedicate yourself fully to the craft of giving back, and just giving as much as we can. So it's a really exciting thing to be able to do. And so we dug our feet in every time there was that. We could and she could have gotten a job that maybe would have helped us have a little bit more in the short term. But we said, no, that's what I'm doing. I'm slowly building. I was building that. Actually, it wasn't very slow. It was pretty quick. And that gave her the foundation. There was a period of time for a few months. We were talking about this a little earlier where 𝘠𝘢𝘴 wasn't really working. It was just me. But it was like, okay, don't do anything for the sake of it. Don't just jump into the short-term work. Otherwise, we're definitely going to stay here. Her job, her role was to be like, okay, what are we going to do to get out of this situation, get to the next level and the next level and the next level. And that's what we've done every step of the way. And now it's actually kind of like her businesses have gone taken off so much that I'm kind of like in a bit of a rift, a void where I'm like, oh, I have so much space and freedom to do this. Like I don't even have to worry about the short term right now, but I still want to. Like I don't want to kick my feet up, be super complacent, because that's just not how it works. Like it's a gift given to us. It's a privilege to be in this position. So it's not something we don't want to get gluttonous or get greedy with this kind of thing, because there's no point. And plus I don't want to. It's kind of boring it's like if you had nothing you were passionate about, what's the point of life? You know? But God's given us this purpose. So now we're just like full force, full steam ahead. Keep going, keep it all gravy, baby. Which is an exciting little update for us. So we're going to, all this to say, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. And it's coming from a different place of full dedication to the craft. Not that it wasn't there as well, but it's a weird feeling to really be like, oh, we actually keep getting better and better. And because, setbacks happen, but we haven't had the setbacks again, and a lot of that comes from those belief changes, because it's all, like Jan talked about, there's that belief that like, oh, if we build it up, we're going to get complacent like we did last time. We have patterns that we've observed that like over a year that Jana and I will fall into together, and individually as well. That obviously they influence one another, but we're like, okay, what beliefs are fueling those patterns? And it's kind of like we'll build up and then it drops off again. So now it's just like, what if we just keep building? I know that some people are like, oh, highs and lows, but like, what if you just keep building and building and building? We've learnt all of the lessons as well. Of course, if something happens, that's fine, but consider it all in the context of a lifetime. It's all, if you zoom out far enough, long enough time horizon, yes to me, then it's all one long period of growth. And that's a very exciting thing. So basically, retired. But that just means I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing here with my content. I'm going to go even harder with it. And it's a very exciting thing to just confidently proclaim that this business is going to get to 1 million a year and beyond that side of things. And that's representative of how many people we're going to help, and how much of an impact for my business. I specifically want to have an impact on this industry, on the fitness industry, as well as life at large, for like guys that want to live better. Even if your passion's not necessarily fitness, my specialty is it's just that my specialty happens to be fitness, because that's what I'm really passionate about. But these principles, these foundations, these fundamentals of business, like I will say, they apply across any field. The specifics will look a bit different, but at its core, business is really the same no matter the industry, because it all boils down really to human psychology. Because when it comes down to it, even though, there are numbers and considerations and all that you've got to give with, budgets, it really comes down to a human connection with someone, because at the end of the day, you're selling something to other people that needs to be of value, and value is in the eye of the beholder. So it's up to us to convey that value, show that, help people in that sense as well. I'm starting to ramble now. I've got a little meeting as well. Jana's just finishing up a meeting now, I think. But I'll catch you guys on the flippity flip. Keep it all gravy, baby. Timmy, you want to say bye? Timmy, say bye. All right. Again, thanks for the cheese. We're retiring young. Bye.